everyone, welcome to Cooking with Alba. Today we're not cooking, we're cooking something for the mind and for the brains. And I'm honored to have some special guests here with me. And these are my very good friends in Finland, Vasa, and they will give a little introduction of themselves. Then we'll go to the main reason why they are here. So, right sitting beside me is
Isaac.
Yeah,
Isaac. Also, into nursing. That I'm studying Bachelor of Nursing at Novia University of Applied Sciences in Vasa. Yes, from Ghana.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Assisted by Isaac is
Hansen,
aka
Tevia, HOT, aka Sale Hoyt. So yeah, I'm studying masters in teaching and learning here in Finland. Yeah, so I'm continuing my teaching path here. Yeah, so.
Awesome. Then by the hot we have
Hi everyone, I'm Wandam Nadine for short. I'm from Cameroon and I'm doing masters in smart cities and communities at the University of Vasa.
Okay, so well, as I think as the introduction went, clearly you can see that everyone is a student here. So we're just going to share a little bit about our lives as students here. And first and foremost, let me start asking the question: why Finland? What made you attracted to Finland of all the countries? What made you come to think of Finland or come to Finland? Maybe Sir Hot, you can start with us. Why Finland?
That's a good question. I think a lot of people ask me this question when I tell them I'm in Finland. And I came to Finland because of the course that I had, I was looking for a very good master's in education just to master myself in my field. And I looked around the world, applied to US schools, applied to schools in UK, in Chile, and also one in Vietnam, all the same masters in education. And I think as at when I was, and then Finland, that was later. That was the last one I applied for because that one actually happens in January. The others I started applying somewhere from September to December. So I got like 3 schools from UK, and I got 1 school that is University College of London, UCL from UK. And I got a very good scholarship as well. But when Finland also brought that is my university, Obo Academy University brought their admission, I noticed that the masters that they were presenting was a bit different from the masters around the world.
Okay.
In that they have this package of training you to become like a practical teacher where you are given a master's degree certificate and also Finnish teaching certificates.
Okay.
And even the whole Finland, I know university does this, that at the master's level, like you are given all these 2 at once.
Okay.
Usually you have to finish and then do maybe additional studies of 1 or 2 years before you get that. But within 2 years, they promise to give it to you. So when I saw it was so different from everywhere. So that is why I chose this, and that's why I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to more of the education courses in Obo, how it's like, but Nani, maybe you can also share your experience of why Finland. How did you end up in Finland?
Okay, so I forgot to mention the fact I'm an exchange student.
Okay.
So I'm not doing a complete 2 years course at the University of Vasa. So I applied for many programs, like you said. So exchange, Erasmus to be precise. Erasmus was one of them, and then I got selected for some, and some I didn't make it. But I think out of all the ones that I got selected for, Finland, the one with Erasmus coming to Finland was the best option because there was okay, we know as Africans it's tough to pay your own tuition abroad, so there was a fully funded scholarship, and then you get some stipend, and so I was okay, this is the get. So that was the first reason, and then the course it's also quite good because when you get to travel around Europe with just one residence permit, and then doing an exchange program in something, it's completely brand new, smart cities and communities. When you hear about something like that, everyone's okay, what are you doing? What are you building? So for me, it was an opportunity to explore other courses, not just computer science, but architecture, electrical, and so many other stuff. So for me, it was one ticket to go to to explore so many other things. So
That's all.
Yeah, for my side, okay, I would say this transition from a new, from one field to a new field. Yes, back in Ghana, I read Bachelor in Education at the University of Cape Coast. Yes, so I was transitioning from one field to the other. That's from education to the health sector. So if you look at when back in Ghana, when we're doing the education, you read about like education in other countries. That's their system. I can, if Hansen can, because Finland is one of the countries with the best educational system around the world. If you go through the educational system, so when transitioning from the education sector to the health field, other countries, though I might say I didn't come from Ghana straight, from one Scandinavian country to the other, to Finland here, that's Norway.
Yeah.
But in Norway, somebody will ask, why did you study the nursing in Norway? Most of the country, these Scandinavians, those who don't speak English, their bachelors in health sector is in their language. Yes, in their language. That is either in Norwegian, if you go to Germany, maybe in Dutch, if you go to this Denmark, maybe in their language. But Finland gives you the opportunity to study in English.
Yeah.
So they teach the nursing in English. So I find it very necessary as Finland is offering the opportunity to study in English, which is my mother tongue at least. That was better than other countries that will not offer you the opportunity to study in, because it's very difficult to study in their language. So that's one of the things that made me choose Finland ahead of the other countries to study the nursing here. And I think I've gotten value for my choice, which is very good. Yes.
Well, as I think one thing clearly is the education part, because myself, I think also because of education. And like you said, like Finland is one of the places where the education is not just through poor cramming system. It's very practical and it's very deep. And I think over here you learn for life, because those are the things are like kind of all around or something. I think what made me attracted to Finland education also was because of the sustainability theme thing, because a lot of the sustainability stuff like is anchored like around this side. And like you said, it's not the easiest applying for schools and all those things. And being a non-EU citizen, it's also expensive. So you have to weigh where you can actually have the education, have it in the language which is accessible, and then most importantly, like be able to balance it. And talking about this whole school stuff, I don't know if you can highlight a little bit about the course you are doing. So that you mentioned smart cities, what you mentioned about the education program, you mentioned about your nursing. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about like your school, the courses or what they do in your school, and then what you are actually like studying in or mastering in. Yes. So maybe I can start from there.
Okay. I am studying at Novia University of Applied Sciences. Yes, which is in Vasa. I also have other campus in Espoo, and there's another campus, but I've forgotten about that one.
I think there's one also in Turku.
I think Turku, rather.
Turku, yes, I've seen one in
Yeah,
Turku.
Turku, not Espoo, it's
Yes,
Turku, rather.
Turku.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so the one I can speak more about the one in Vasa here.
Yeah.
Yes. So they have a lot of bachelor programs from health to engineering to IT, all the bachelor programs that they have. Also have masters in other programs. Yes. But I'm in the my program. The full is Bachelor of Healthcare.
Okay.
That's nursing. Yes, I'm into nursing. Yes, and I think when it comes to the nursing, Novia is one of the schools that I can recommend for anyone who wants to study nursing in Finland. Yes.
Why would you recommend it?
Yeah, especially coming from Africa, because I think most of the country schools in Finland here, they teach in English. Yes, because in Novia we study English, that's international students, and they also have Swedish nursing students there. Yes, they have Swedish nursing students, and we that study in English. Yes, which is good. But I think with the nursing, for you to graduate, it's 3.5 years. That's 210 credit hours. You need to complete that one. In there, you have a bachelor thesis that you need to write. Yes, in there. So the 210, the program is in such a way that every semester you do at least 30 credits. So it's 7 semesters. So that's 210 before you can graduate. You can graduate all right, but for you to get the license as a Finnish nurse, you need to complete either Swedish or Finnish B1 before you can get the license.
Language proficiency.
Yeah, language proficiency. Yes, and in Novia, when you start, they take you through, which is part of the curriculum, the nursing or Swedish, the Finnish or Swedish, of which you need to choose one. You can decide to study all the two, but you need to master in at least one so that you can get the B1 before you can do. You need to get the B1 to practice as a licensed nurse in Finland.
Okay.
Yes, so that's what I can say. Maybe Kamo can explain more, but for now, that's what I can say about the nursing Novia.
So what about Obo Academy? What courses, what programs?
Okay, so with Obo Academy, I'm not sure there is any bachelor's program which is taught in English, but with masters there is. I know of mine course, which is Masters in Teaching and Learning, which is popularly known as TLearn. And I know about this peace and mediation course and other courses. I think about 3 of them at the master's level. Yes. And Obo Academy, we have the main campus in Turku. Yes. So the name Obo is actually Turku. Yeah, that's it. So it is the University of Turku.
Yeah, I think Obo has to do with Habo. Yes. So Turku was first a Habo, Finland, and then also the first capital. Yeah. So Turku is both Finnish and Obo is Swedish.
Swedish, yeah. So Obo Academy is the, I think, only Swedish-speaking university in Finland.
No, there's Obo and Hanken. No, yeah.
Hanken University.
Or Turku, one of them.
University.
Just Turku.
That is why it was found in Turku. So that's the main one, yes. So yeah.
So Obo is purely Swedish.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was meant to train Swedish speaking Finns. So that's the main, yes. And I think it's the only university which does that. Yes. The others, they allow Finnish courses, Swedish, but with Obo, no course in Finnish.
Okay.
Everything is Swedish or English.
Okay.
Exactly. So that is what. And so yeah, for my course of study, which is the Masters in Teaching and Learning. Yeah, it's also, every masters or most of the masters is 120 credits that you need to get, and I think some of us were so fortunate that the first year we had finished 90 of 90 credits out of the 120.
Wow.
Yeah. So the first year, we devoted everything for studies, and so we wanted to finish everything a bit earlier in the first year. Yeah. So when you and then one thing I must say is that the 90 entails or the 120 entails teaching practice. Yes, and this is I think this is the only university here where masters in education you have to do teaching practice. Usually it is done at the bachelor's level, but not like at the master's level. Yes, so you do one in January and you also do one in September.
Okay.
In January, you just go to the classrooms to observe how the teaching is done. Yeah, I remember when we came to this country, my colleagues were like, we are so qualified, they should allow us to teach here. I was like, okay, fine. Then we started the teaching practice. So when we started observation, then everyone started confessing that, hey, this is a different system altogether. It's not like we can't, but the approach is different. And in Finland, one thing is to become a teacher, you have to have a master's degree, even at the KG level.
Yeah.
Yes, the first requirement is master's degree. So the bachelor's that we have in Obo Academy, which is basically taught in Swedish, they do 3 years, then they complete their bachelor's, then continue with 2 years. That's their master's. So 5 years. So for people who want to become teachers, they have to go to school 5 years minimum. But if you want to become a special education teacher, then it means you are going for 6 years.
That's true.
Yes, 1 year more. Yes. So by the time they are out, due to this teaching practice that the intensive, it is intensive, honestly. I mean, I'm left with 2 more to teach and I'm still thinking. Any lesson is like a wall.
Yeah.
Every lesson,
Mm.
especially with someone like me who is teaching geography, and
Okay.
like they are used to being taught geography in Swedish,
Mhm.
and here I come and English, and so you have to make sure you have to select like the most easy words, easy to understand words, and if you're doing concepts like plate tectonics and continental drifts and other things, it becomes difficult. Yeah, so every day is like war, activity-based learning, student-centered learning. In fact, you are just like a coach, instructor, instructing people or your players on that's the main thing about teachers. But in Ghana, I could have taught these topics like within 1 hour, 2 hours, I'm done. Teacher-centered method, we just go in that way. So yeah, I think the reason why some of us chose this course, we are really getting the value from that. And if you are being trained as a teacher in a country where teachers who are the main agents of education or in the education sector have made the education obtain that highest ranking in the world, then it means you are being trained to be the best, Yes, so that is basically what we are doing. Yes, and then in the 120, you have to write a thesis. Yes, a thesis as well, master's thesis. And yeah, we're still on it. I think everything is going as planned. But it's not easy. The education is different, honestly. Yes.
Yeah, that one is very
It's
true.
different.
It's very true because even the style of learning is a bit different.
Yeah.
How they work with the students is very different. But I think we'll go further into that.
Okay.
But I think you also do practice, like internships.
Yes.
Because I think one thing about the Finnish education, like I was saying earlier, is like it builds you for life. It's not just learning, cramming, but the practical aspects is also intense. How is your practical part?
With the like nursing, it's you do the theory, you do a workshop in school, then you go to the actual field, that's the hospital, to practice what you've taught and what you've been taught. Yes. So it's mostly every course that you do, you have to do a practice on it. Almost every course that you do, you need to practice on it. So first year, as the first semester, you do the theory aspect, you do the workshop in school, then you go to the field to do. So mostly it's like every course you have like 5 weeks practice you have to do on the course. That one you go to the actual field, and then. But the one thing is the good thing about Novia, the nursing is other schools. They just you have to look for the place for the. By Novia, they try to look for you and assign you to the place that you're going for the practice, which is also another advantage for us. Yes, which is good. And then that one, they bring the places and mostly you choose where you want to go. Sometimes they just place you there. That you go for practice here, you go for practice here. So from first year to third year you complete, but mostly in the third year it's basically practice. Because that time you're almost done with your coursework. The rest is practice.
By practice, what do you mean by practice?
Like
what type of practice are you doing? Is it just one type of nursing you guys are practicing?
First you need to do basic care practice. The basic care practice is the normal one. You go to the elderly home. Yes, that one. You go there, you have supervisors there, then you help them take. Mostly it's the elderly people who live there. And then we have mental health practice that we do in the third year. But after that one, the basic care, we have basic care 1, basic care 2. The basic care 1, that one you go from around, let's say, April or March, it depends. You go for that one. And the basic care 2, that one, they assume that after the first one, the basic care 2, you have some competence that you can work on your own, but mostly that one is in the summer. So if you're able to get summer job at the health field, you can use that one to substitute that course. Then you are being given the credit, which is 6. The first one is 9 credit. Then after that one, you go for medical practice and surgical practice. It's almost the same, medical and surgical practice, but the difference is with the surgical practice, that one I have the opportunity to go into the surgical ward, or what we call the theater. That's what most people understand, the theater. And that's what I'm doing now. And it's a bit, sometimes I say worrisome. You go to the theater and you see the way they are doing the surgery and other things. Sometimes you feel sorry for me, but that's it. You just have to.
The practical aspect.
Yes, get that practical aspect. Because you've done the theory, you've done the workshop in school. So you go to the field to see what's actually happening. Yes. You also get the opportunity to use the instrument that you've learned in school, the theory you've learned about maybe this instrument. How is it done? How is it being used? So you go to the field, you get used to all those things in the field. Yeah, so the practical aspect I'm talking about is like, well, mostly what I would say in Ghana, what people are like clinicals. What they call clinicals. So you go to the hospital or wherever you are being sent to go and practice what you've done in school so that you get the experience, the first-hand experience, so that after school, when you go. One thing I would say, nursing is something you always have to learn. New things are coming, new methods are coming everywhere. Another thing is with the nursing, maybe, for example, how to set maybe an IV or a catheter. What your supervisor will teach you or your teacher will teach you in school. If you go to the field, another supervisor will teach you a different method, but it's the same thing. The only thing is getting the thing done.
Yeah.
If you are fixing an IV, maybe also hold it like this, or the other person will say maybe hold it like this. The only thing is getting it into the vein for you to fix, so that the patient will be healed. That's the important thing. So mostly, and then Finland education is more practical, which is good.
Yeah.
At least they have almost everything that you need to practice with.
Yeah.
So that's very good of them. Yeah.
Okay, so now Nadine, in the University of Vasa, Sustainable Business, Energy and Society.
I really can't say much. I really can't say much about the University of Vasa because I've not really paid like key information into what courses they offer. But from like the few friends I had, I know like they offer like international business, and then they offer something on strategic business, and so.
Okay, so let me chip a bit of that part in. So, well, University of Vasa, the main core something about University of Vasa is about sustainability in there. So the focus is on sustainable business, energy and society. So at sustainable business, at least there's accounting, there's a school of accounting, there's a school of management, there's a school of technology and innovation, and then there's marketing and communication. So those are like the main kind of so the technical aspect and then innovation aspect, technobotany and all those ones is a cluster in there. Yes, so that's like pretty much University of Vasa. The whole focus is on sustainable business, energy, and society. Yes, and I think one of the is mostly bachelor's, masters, and then the doctoral degrees. And I think yours is also in the masters.
Yes, masters
as well. Yes, but I'm sure yours is under technology and innovation.
Yeah, technology and innovation.
I think I'm hearing so many things related to my area of interest. That is education for sustainable development. So it's like you guys are being.
But then ours is more into like education kind of courses.
Yeah.
It's more
practical.
like
Yeah, so they are educating you for sustainable development.
Yes.
That is like my area of interest when it comes to my thesis. Yeah. Educating people for sustainable development. That's 4.7 of the SDGs. Great. I think I have to explore your courses as well and see how they go. Really
but you can share how you your program, the smart cities.
Okay, so what can I say about this? So it's like broad, but I would just say like you realize like the world is kind of changing. So most countries they have more people than the resources. Some countries, especially Africa, we suffer like from a lot of carbon emission and the rest. And so smart cities is just like it's an innovation that is to help the people. I would just say to help the people to have like a better life. So I would just say greener and cleaner cities for cleaner health, something like that. So smart cities is all about using energy, green energy to be precise, solar, wind and power, and then about making people comfortable, making everything smart. That's where like technology comes in, making everything smart. That is, you don't have to maybe pull your luggage, you have like maybe AI or something helping you. So it's trying like to make life comfortable for people. That's
soft life.
Yes, soft life.
Soft life. That's interesting.
Yeah, and then one thing is now the world is gearing towards sustainability.
Yeah.
So mostly everything, even in nursing that we are doing, what's the best way that you can save or you can contribute to health and at the same time achieving sustainability? So if it's the way that you can do it in such a way that there will be a minimum impact or effect on the environment. That's the best way you can do. Yeah, so which is, I think it's very, Finland has a lot of good courses. This sustainability thing. Yeah.
I think we've talked about how great the courses are, how the education is rounded. How did you apply? How did you find it? This is what you call show us the way. How did you apply? How did you go about it? Like, yes. Nadine, the way I laugh, I think you have to start from me. Show us the way. Show us the way Erasmus Mundus in.
Okay, so how did I apply? I think like I just found it because I was almost done with my bachelor's. I was doing like my bachelor's in India, so I was almost done, and I was like, I can't do masters here because India is limited. Sorry for those in India, but it's limited. So you don't have like the opportunity to do like hands-on skills. So I was like, I can't do masters here. I need to explore more places, and then I was just applying anywhere you see. You just apply, and then I had like seniors, great seniors, that I just like got to them and was like, okay, show me the way to like how did you live here and then they just check like, oh, you can just check the Erasmus catalog. So it's like a big, you have like several scholarships. It's not just like mine because mine is smart. So there are like several scholarships there. You just have to go through, I think about 40 something. You have to go through. There are some for those in arts, some for sciences, and so you have to go through, and then like you pick the one you think, oh, I can go for this. You can apply for a minimum of 2, but I really didn't pay attention to that too.
Because a lot of work actually finding this things.
So you like, after you get to the catalog, just find what you want, and then you read the requirements, and then apply. The interview comes, you just do your best and say, God, take it all. I think, that's literally how I found it.
So what? How did you find it? Show us the way. Show us the way. The way from teaching in Ghana to Finland. Learning. Show us the way.
Basically, I was also looking for a place to do masters or have my masters, as I told you. I actually have one in Ghana, but I didn't really feel what I did. That's the reality. It was like chill and poor. Almost like the first year. My bachelor's, what I did. Like writing exam, doing this. So at the end of it, I didn't feel I was like I had masters in my field. So I said, okay, so let me try one outside and see the experience, So I was trying different countries, as I said. And the good news is that I got all of them. I got all the ones I applied for.
Did someone guide you on it, or
no,
just you?
No, I went to a certain mission called Rampage Mission. And Operation Do It Yourself.
Okay.
That's what I embarked on. Yes.
That's
because
like a solid point. Because when other people help you, they tell you like information. Maybe it was valid at that time, but it's no longer valid anymore. Because I remember like someone said, when you're applying for Erasmus, you need like to add a document. I can't really remember. Then when I checked, there was no document like that. So I'm like, oh.
No.
So I think you have to do it yourself. If you don't do it yourself, you won't know like the pain when you have to put in the force, find them yourself, and so.
And I think that's also very necessary because when you come, you need independence here. You need to find yourself.
So what I was doing was watching YouTube videos about scholarships and schools. I invested a lot of nice evenings in that.
A lot of data. Africa is data. Data is expensive in Africa.
Yeah, it is. So in Ghana, I used to buy a certain big package because I used to do a lot of lesson plans, and I zoomed into the digital teaching in Ghana.
Okay.
I bought my own projector in a government school. I was using it. The other teachers came to me to do the same thing, like because of my brand, I just wanted to put
branding. You have to be new.
Exactly. Yes,
so, you have to invest the money. You have to invest the time.
Yes, I did. I wasn't sleeping, and so when people see me, they're like, "How? You don't know what I do?" Like, I had to secure a different, like a new laptop from Vietnam. I remember I had to get this myself, get certain things for the classroom around this time. So when I'm done preparing my lesson plan, and I don't have anything else doing, I struggle to sleep. So during that time, I watch a lot of like schools, different things, and see what is going on. So I got a lot of school. No one told me about them, but I just applied and I got them. Now I was applying, as I said, Finland was the last one, and I had signed for that one as well. And around that time, I hadn't read so many things about Finland. I just saw the happiest country in the world.
Exactly.
What is going on in this country?
Exactly.
And then, I was thinking initially that as a geography teacher, I'm like, Finland, like looking at its geographic position, then am I going to freeze to death? Or what do I want to do to myself? So, yeah, application was opened. The moment it was open, I have to tell you this. If the thing opened, let's say on 10th of January,
2 weeks.
that same 10th, I finished everything. I applied for 5 schools, the same sitting. I remember I started at 12 midnight and ended at 5:30 a.m.
Because I already prepared all the documents and things before.
I've been applying, so I have documents.
Experience?
I was so prepared.
Yeah, that one was true.
Yeah, I was so prepared. I have to be very frank with you. That's I had all my recommendation letters. I had a lot of recommendation from my headmasters to my UCC. I think I have some professors there. I had a whole, because I wanted to go to Sweden. That's the reality. Of all the places I wanted to go to Sweden. But Sweden has a certain scholarship. That's the SIS scholarship. And it's 100%, and you're going to give you stipend. So I had my eyes. When I got the University of what's the name of this place which is very close to Denmark?
Gothenburg.
No, not that university. I forgot it, but I got this university, and I also had an education. Like I got a lot of school, and I was thinking about that one. So I had everything. That I think the application for that starts somewhere in October. Yes, and ends earlier. If you apply early, you get certain positions early, and so it was good. So I had everything. So I just sat and started, and then I had the opportunity to choose 5 schools. The only thing I did was to type education in the search. So all the masters in education with the various universities came up, and so I started.
The Sweden one or the Finland one?
Finland.
Yeah, Finland. I think study info.
Yes, it has all those things.
Study info
yes.
has it all.
Yes. So I checked, and then in school I said, education. And so I think Obo was like the 4th one that I chose. I didn't know it. My concentration wasn't on a particular school.
It was on the course.
It was on the course because I wanted a master's in education,
Yeah.
Yes. Because I made mention earlier that I have something like maybe MPhil geography. But that was geography. Education. Yeah. I'm not someone who did education.
Okay.
I did bachelor's in geography and political science at the University of Ghana. And then because of my likeness for teaching, I think even within the course that I was doing as bachelor's, I was teaching a lot of people. So I got to know that I love to teach. Yes. Yeah. So after that, I had to switch and get a postgraduate diploma in education to be able to teach in Ghana. So that is what I was using before I went in for the MPhil. And then now I said, okay, let me get something purely in education. But the PGD should have been enough. But the reality is it was COVID. And so we didn't have a lot of practicals. We were at home doing courses, writing 10 papers and other things. So I didn't have that experience. So I still feel that fine, I'm a good teacher maybe naturally, but I need pedagogical training. And I wanted to get that, So honestly, I just typed all of them and I saw Obo, I applied to 5. All of them wrote me back later and asked me to attach IELTS.
That's nothing.
But Obo didn't.
Yeah.
Obo Academy allows people without
I think maybe
from Ghana.
I
think Ghana, Nigeria.
English speaking.
Yeah, it depends on
English speaking countries.
Yeah, English speaking, but sometimes some English speaking are still left out.
Yeah.
Because I remember there were a lot of countries, a lot of scholarships that
I think it's because in Ghana, you study from kindergarten, university, everything is in English.
Yeah.
So it's you have command of the English language. Yeah.
And the reality is even my own local dialect. I can't speak it like I speak English. I can't express I can't express myself in I can't. Yeah. That's the reality. I can't say one recite or mention 1 up to 20 in my language. Yeah. I have to be very frank with you, and that's the reality. I can do that in French. But my own language it will be difficult. Yeah. I'm talking about the Ga out of Ga. No, I can't. Yeah, maybe 3 I can try to do something, but no. Yeah, so that was it. So I did everything myself. I remember it was a hassle. because every school had a different requirement for you.
And you have to take your time to read.
And you have to take your time. So I had to go read everything and then take my time. And everyone wants a different kind of motivation. And it wasn't like a one size fits all motivation that I was writing.
And that's what sometimes people
I
miss.
was-
People just want
and
to
I
take the
took
same
mine.
document.
You can't.
everywhere.
If you do that, you won't get it.
Yeah.
In my case, all of them said, fine, they want to admit me, but I should attach English proficiency. That is the
But I think
IELTS
that's a good
value.
investment because
Yes.
I did my first application.
Mhm.
Everything was okay, but because I didn't have IELTS, it was rejected.
Mhm.
So fortunately, I was prompted that I have to do the IELTS.
Mhm.
Then I had to write it and then do it the next application period. Fortunately, over here for the PhD, you apply, I think August
Yeah.
and then in February.
Mhm.
So when I missed the August one without the IELTS, I had to then write the
Right,
IELTS.
yeah.
And I think it's a good investment.
Yeah,
But you
did,
have
yeah.
2 years for the
Me too.
IELTS
I
to
think
use it.
it's good
It's
because
good,
like
right?
And if
I-
an English speaking country, you can write it. Like
even if
honestly.
your English one, I think it's good because when I was applying, I think like there's an option where like English speaking and there's an option like you have a minimum 6.0 rating.
Mhm.
So I think like most of them I got it because I had that document.
Yeah.
Because it's just easier. It's just easier. Everyone just knows like okay, yes, you are
Yeah.
really proficient
Mhm.
than like saying
Yeah. But I think over here in Finland too, there are some schools like Bamia, the technical schools, sometimes they allow for Duolingo.
Duolingo, yeah.
So yes, but I think you have to check with the school and see.
Yeah.
But I always say if you really want to, like you're talking about investing the time, investing the
Mhm.
sleepless nights,
Yes.
you have to also invest the money. Like one of the best investments you can make.
I remember one of my headmasters.
Write the exams.
Do you
invest
know what he started doing? Like, I remember, I got so close to every day I'm looking for a different recommendation. And then, if this man hears that anyone wants to go outside, like go to Hansen, like he knows about these things, like every day I was on top, like
Connection
and
marks.
I see that is 10 teachers in Ghana and mathematics teachers, and they are still there and they are complaining about this system. I'm like, what? You have this and you are still in Ghana. You
Well,
don't know
someone has to
what
help
I
the
read.
motherland.
Like I read so much and I was sending links to them and I noticed that they weren't. Like they want you, okay, pick my document, do this for me, do that for me. And I didn't learn that way. I don't know how to go about it that way, you know.
That's not
Yes.
that way.
Yes. And but you know, I wrote the IELTS later. That is because of
And you
UCL.
passed.
I passed.
You
I think
passed.
it was
I think
Easter.
every English speaking person. Like,
Yeah. I remember it was
It's a
Easter.
little intimidating, but
Easter Friday, and I started learning. I did Easter Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I wrote. So like 2 days to prepare, and then next day I wrote. I was like, okay, I asked my friends, should I even apply to go and write? It's not too short. And around that time, University of Bath in UK and also UCL said they needed it. They are giving me admission, all right, but they are requiring me to bring that one. So I had to go write, and I'm like, why didn't I even write it initially? I would have gotten a lot of options in Finland. Yes, but if anyone wants to apply, and maybe due to 1 or 2 reasons they don't have the money to write, but now it's expensive.
Yeah,
It's like 4,000 or 5,000 Ghana cedis. I wrote mine at 3,000,
I saw mine
3,100 or 3,200. Yes, around Ghana cedis.
But I feel like some of these things, the reality is it puts you at an advantage because if the numbers are more, IELTS because it's from British Council and stuff, it has more validity.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I applied first, I used my university proficiency because I felt like I'm an English speaking country, we do English, so I took my university English proficiency, but that was not enough for them. So there are some places that you can make it there, but if you want to increase your chances, you just like leverage a little bit. I think that is all.
Yeah, and one good thing I need to chip in here is I think after I finished writing the IELTS, you know, they have British Council has some job, whatever. I think I went to click on one and I got a job offer. Yeah, I applied and I got it around that same time. Yes, I got it. But that
take chances.
You have to read. You have to do your research. It's not difficult, especially in this age of chat GPT or something. Yeah, you can use it as a search tool. Ask.
Or even Google is your best friend.
Yes. Even now it has been integrated into Google or something. Yes, you can integrate it and then it does the search for you. Very simple. You just go straight and you get what you want and then you are good to go. But the main key here is search for opportunities. So there are a lot of opportunities out there. You don't have to be reliant on people. because you are going to be frustrated. And then
Yeah,
they
I
are not
think
going to
that
tell
one
you.
is there, but I think sometimes too, one thing is it's good if you have people, because I always advise that if you want to apply to a school, like when I was coming to when I was applying my PhDs, initially I did about 7 or 8 kind of applications. I got lots of bounce, and I was like, what am I not doing right? So I reached out to someone who was already on the PhD program. Then I asked him, because sometimes you need that sort of guidance. Then what I got to know was that okay, for the PhD, it's not just about you applying. One good trick is always to not like a good trick. One good thing to do is to check the research groups well, see who is the supervisor, see what they are doing, see what their interest areas are, align with those ones, reach out to supervisors, because when you reach out to them, people want to know who they are working with, and who you're working with also matters.
Yeah.
Then you can actually like take it up from there.
Mm.
But I realized even with him, like when he gave me the suggestion, shout out to Chris, because he was one of the very people who helped me find like Finland sustainability thing. But reality is the fact that they will direct you in that direction, don't expect them to baby you that okay, now write your motivation letter. Let me read your motivation letter for you. Write your statement of purpose. Let me no. You would have to do the work. They can just like
Guide you.
yes. But if you burden the person that please write my motivation letter for me. Please, I can't find reference letter. Please, I can't find this, I can't do this.
Yeah.
It
Do you know even what pushed me to do this do it yourself thing? I think around that time I had a friend and I told the friend about what I want to do. And he told me now he has a certain friend who
he can do
actually
for
does application for people.
Well, some are there. They just charge you for it.
And I reached out to this person. The person told me that yeah, he can do whatever school for you, and each school, I think 2 schools is charging 5,000 Ghana. Like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Just application.
Yeah.
You are charging that, okay?
But I think if you don't have time, that can work for you, because I have friends who have went through that.
It's serious.
Feel
like just applying, just documents.
I honestly feel like you should do it yourself.
Yeah.
I really feel like you should do it yourself, because even though like people said like, oh, I've done it through someone before and then it worked out, but doing it yourself, especially like for those that are doing like bachelors who want to do masters.
If you have time, those like, because I'm thinking of, there are some people who are working, they have kids, they have families. Sometimes those people are a bit kind of strained with time, because like we said, there's a lot of investment in time, a lot of investment. So if you think you don't have the time but you have the money, I would always recommend, if you don't have time but you have the money and you can get a trusted kind of source,
trusted,
then that person you can, but you just know that you pay well for it, because those are a bit kind of expensive. But it will also be good if you work more actively with them. So in as much as they are doing the application and stuff, you also know what is really going on in there. Then you won't come and then you are empty, like
they call you for an interview, you don't even know what you're applying for.
Okay, so let me check this in. So those who I was saying something I didn't finish, that maybe some people, because of 1 or 2 things, they might not have the money to write their IELTS. So what you can do is a school like Obo Academy has a lot of master's programs, which are taught in English, and they don't require you from Ghana, Nigeria, or other English-speaking countries to have that IELTS before you are able to apply. So you can apply to maybe about 3 schools or 4 schools. Study info is not limiting you to schools. They are limiting you, and then they are not limiting you. I think even the courses are not limited or whatever. It's just about your 5 choices. Provided it's different courses, you can apply. So maybe you can apply to maybe 5 different English taught courses in Obo, At least it's a good thing. Yes, and when we were coming, or my batch, when we were coming, we were given 80% scholarship. Yes, and I think the total fees for the 2 years is 20,000 euros. But we're given 80%, and each year is 10,000. So it means each year you are required to pay 2,000 euros. And you can decide to go this way, that the first year you can pay for the first semester, then second semester you paid. So you pay. So it wouldn't be like you're paying 2,000 at a go. You can pay 1,000. And remember, you have 4 semesters. So if you're about to begin the semester, then you just pay your 1,000. At the end of the 4, you have your 4,000. You are done. So it's actually good.
I think from this year around, it's been the study, even with application for non-EU citizens and stuff. I think it's 100 euros something. So you still have to make the investment in the money. I think if you really want to school outside,
Yeah.
the money would
You need to
definitely,
invest.
you have to invest. Yeah.
Investment,
Yeah.
Mm.
So you can share your story of
Yeah, the
the
application.
because you came from Norway.
Yeah.
And how
Well,
applying here.
so with the application to Finland, like, okay, someone, what is the study info? Study info.
Yeah, studying
The study info is the application platform for Finland.
schools in Finland.
Yes, that's just they all have one platform that you go
Did
there
you
to
also
apply.
apply through?
Studying for
Wow.
studying for the same it's like in Switzerland. Switzerland also has.
No, that's
Same
different.
thing.
Yeah, but like I did other scholarships too, just like well, the options I had was like a Telegram group, I think.
Yeah.
So he invested like in going and taking shout out to scholarship region. So like they just go and they find like scholarships from
Yeah.
different countries and so
But
on.
that those platforms help because myself too, most of my schools I was applying for, it was on scholar ideas. Yeah, scholar ideas. That's for like PhDs. So I think the platforms help.
They do.
If you have it on WhatsApp or something.
Yeah, WhatsApp or
It also
even
kind of
email. Sometimes you
Yeah.
can subscribe
Yeah.
again.
But I think most of the
Telegram is-
EU countries have like centralized
Yeah.
school
Yes,
portals.
they,
Mhm.
they have like StudyLink.
Okay.
I think StudyLink is for
Yeah.
one of them, then studying for
Yeah.
it.
Studying for is for Finland.
Okay, let's go. I want to hear your story.
It's the same thing in Norway. They all have one application platform.
Yeah.
So you go there. But since I applied for bachelor, I can speak for the bachelor in Finland here.
Okay.
So you go there. Okay, somebody I wanted to study in Finland. So somebody told me, okay, then you can check here. They have this platform that you apply schools there. So when you go to the study info, you can apply up to with the bachelor in Finland. The minimum requirement from Ghana is you are WASI, the WASI certificate. That's it. If you have additional one, but the minimum one they require is the WASI. Yes. So that's what they require. So you can apply up to 5 schools or 5 programs. Yes. So in my case, I chose 5 schools, and I think all of them I chose nursing. Yes. I chose nursing in all of them. And after the application with the nursing, you need to write exam. That's entrance exam. Yes. The entrance exam is central. Like when you write, then after the exam, they
It was
grade.
online or
Online exam.
Okay.
Online exam, yes. But this time they changed it. They've changed in such a way. I think my time I wrote, that's 2022. I wrote English, Maths, and I think proficiency. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, English, Maths, and I think one was proficiency or something like that. Yes, it was 3. And after that one, when you pass the exam, then they call for one-on-one interview. So there's a panel there, and then I think my time they pair me with one guy. They give us a question. You don't know the question. You just go there. You log in. Then now I think you log in with your passport. You show them your passport for them to know that it's you.
It's you.
Then they open the question for the two of them. You discuss. They open the background.
So you and a colleague.
Yes, I was with a colleague. So we discussed. I think they gave us the question. I remember the question they gave us was, as a nurse, what should be the ethics and then I think it was the ethics of a nurse that you should have. Yes. So they were in the background monitoring what we were discussing. So the guy will ask a question, then I'll give my view, also give his view. So after everything, they will sum everything up and they put it in the grading system. So like previously what we had in Ghana before the introduction of this computer placement, this school might say maybe I want 80% grade.
Okay.
So they will grade you. So your grade, some schools at least depends on what you get. Some will be 85%, 80, I don't know how they grade it. So my own, I think I didn't get the first. So normally their results come around May. So the May passed, I was there. So my time I could check. I was in a queue. I remember you could check, but I don't know how they did this. You could check from study info that maybe you are in a place. Maybe this school you are in 10. This one you are there. So I checked, I was there. I remember 12 July 2022. One afternoon, I was just walking around town and I got an email that you've gotten admission in Novia. And one thing with Finland is when you get an admission in one school and you accept, automatically it cancels the rest.
The other ones, yeah.
Because then
So when the Novia one came, I was contemplating. Because I wanted to go to a school in Helsinki.
yeah, the capital.
Yes. So I was thinking, should I accept or I should wait? And they give you a deadline, 10 days to accept. If you don't accept, so I was like, if I don't accept this Vasa one,
And that one doesn't source.
So quickly, I went to check
Mm.
where Novia is. I know it's in Vasa. And I checked Vasa, and you go to their state, they'll tell you Finland is the happiest city in the world, a country in the world.
Yeah.
And Vasa is the happiest city in Finland, which
Yeah.
means in Vasa, you're
You
in
can't be sad.
you're the happiest place in the world.
Yeah.
So I checked, I was like, okay, this one has come. Why should I miss the opportunity? What if the other ones don't come?
Yeah.
So I just accepted the Novia one, which is in Vasa.
Mm.
So that's how come
But how was the application?
the application, my time was smooth. There wasn't any application fee at that time.
Yeah.
No application fee at that time. And it was a bit flexible. Like I said, WASI. So I had, like Hansen said, I had all my documents there. Well, I'd already studied in Norway. I have a folder.
Ready for action.
Ready for action, so preparation matters.
I have a folder on my laptop.
Yeah.
Now I have every document. I have it on my laptop. I have it in my Google Drive. That this document.
The Google Drive matters because sometimes you keep it on your laptop and your laptop crashes.
Yeah. Mine has crashed several
times. Your pen drive is missing when you have to do application.
So I have it on my pen drive.
Have it on your phone.
My phone. I have it on my
Google Drive.
Everywhere. I have my documents. So I just go in there. I just my own. I added because I already finished bachelor in UCC. I added my UCC bachelor, but like I said, for bachelor in Finland, the minimum requirement is the WASI.
Yeah.
So use your WASI. I put everything in there, and then Novia came. By my own, I deferred 1 year. Yes, I got to school in 2022. So 2022, I was still in Norway. So I was having one or two things I was doing in Norway. So I went to the school and they said, what they can do is if I have a medical records or anything.
You know well.
By that time, specifically, I was not all that was. I saw my doctor. She examined me. She wrote a letter for me that okay, the school in Finland should defer my study for 1 semester.
Okay.
Then I come in January, and the school also wrote to me that for nursing you have to start because if you come the second semester is a build up of the first semester. So why don't I defer the whole year?
Yeah.
Yes, the whole year. I said, okay, no problem. I can defer. So I deferred the whole year of 2022. And I started September 2023. 2023, September. But for my case, because I gave them, one thing you have to know is if you get a school, you want to come, Finland, either you defer and pay fees
that year,
or if you give them record that you defer, automatically this thing starts the year. So if you check my school records or my school number, it's 2022. Yeah, 2022. But I started in 2023 because they put me in the system and registered me non-attending.
Okay. Yeah. So every year we also do that.
So one thing is those I'm in class with, they pay fees of 2023, which is 8,000.
Yeah.
But I paid 2022 school, which is 6,000.
Okay.
Because I deferred.
Okay.
Everything about me is 2022 in the school system. Yes. So I pay 6,000 school fees, and the rest I'm in class with, they pay 8,000.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's one trick about it. If you get a school and you can't, but the thing that they accept.
Communication.
Yes, communication. One thing about these Europeans is be open.
And your word should be like
exactly.
Be of your word.
Yes,
no
exactly
lies.
what you mean.
Like yes. That's what I realized.
If you are sick, get a good medical. Don't go and forge. If you forge, they will know.
Yeah.
They will know.
Transparency.
So be transparent with them. So the nurse, I went to the hospital. The doctor examined me, realized, and okay, that time I was having a back pain. I fell from a stair. So she wrote for me that yes, she can testify that I'm sick. I don't feel well. I can study in January.
Yeah.
So and they said no, I have to come next year. I said fine, that's fine. So they told me I can defer on medical grounds, or if I'm going for military. Or if I'm having a woman and you are a nursing mother, yes, on maternal leave, that one they accept. Yes. All those things count. Yes, for maternal leave too count.
And that one is brief, but it won't be.
Yeah, so they accept those things on that one. But one thing is transparency.
Yeah, transparency. I think that's one thing.
Yes, if you forge, they will know.
Yeah, and if you are depressed, I think they will.
Yeah, I think that's one thing. Very like in Finnish schools, they're very much careful about. Like even if you're depressed, overwhelmed, mental health matters a lot.
I think it matters to them than even physical health.
Yeah.
Mental health matters a lot.
Yes, because if you check that the statistics, a lot of Finnish people have depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
If you check around the world,
I think maybe the climate is also part.
yeah, if you check around the world, Finland is among 10 countries with the highest level of depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
Because they are this thing. Yes,
The
the
weather,
weather and those things. So you just have to be transparent and, like Hansen said, explore. There are a lot of opportunities in not only in Finland, other countries, but let's limit to Finland.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that a lot of schools that can explore, from bachelor, from masters, up to PhD. Vocational.
Yeah.
You can explore.
One of the best places.
So the thing is, contact someone who is already here, who knows the system, who can guide you through.
Yeah.
And the person will just guide you through, and then you take the initiative yourself.
Yeah.
If you have something, the person will just guide you.
Yeah. Or you can comment on this channel, tell Abba. She will bring, oh yeah, she can bring people like specialized maybe. If I am from University of Vasa, then let's have this conversation like what is here. If someone with vocation, because we have a lot of you can talk to them so that they know country specific, continent specific what they need to do, and that is going to have work, right? Yeah, but I think for now we are doing a general overview. But maybe if you are interested in knowing specifics, you can comment or demand for that, and I think
But looking back, what do you wish you knew before applying?
Before applying, as I said, I was prepared for the application. Is it before applying or before coming?
Before applying for the whole school stuff.
Oh, I wish I had read a bit about the schools to know what they are trying, because you see, they have this 100% scholarship, and you are given, I think, a relocation fee of 5,000 euros. That's the Finnish government scholarship. Because I was just doing application, I didn't take the pain to read into that. So, like Obo Academy, this is how they give this thing out. I think everyone is supposed to submit a CV.
Yeah.
And I think your CV was supposed to have.
I don't know. Do you guys use Europass CV or what type of CV do you use?
Europass for Europass.
But I didn't consider that I had my own CV that I had built with Canva. Yes, and which details my professional. Since it was teaching, everything was like teaching, you know. But I think
some specifically
but I think it's a plus if you have the Europass CV. If you're coming to Europe, if you're coming to any European school, I would personally recommend the Europass CV. And then depending on other parts of the world, what they take, that also kind of gives you an advantage.
I didn't know that you in your CV you were supposed to.
It's even like in Finland. Sorry to chip in, but like even in Finland, like with the academic CVs, like if you're coming for a PhD, they have the TENK CV, which is like the academic kind of CV they like here. So if you come to do a PhD, instead of the Europass, you have to do more of the TENK researcher CV. So those ones are also there.
Yeah, so I think as I was saying, I wish I had read the requirements from every school to know what you are supposed to have before you get this and that.
There's a way.
Yes, for admission, it's a general thing. Bring this recommendation. Submit your CV, submit your documents, you are good to go. You know, write your motivation, you are done. But you know, there are certain things like scholarship. So I didn't read. So I just submitted the normal or the general CV that's not knowing. For you to even get some points, there was a certain point on the CV that I missed out. And then the point is, I think you have to chip in your teaching philosophy. And I didn't know. So I just submitted without the teaching philosophy. And that was my 0.05. 0.5 or something.
But usually they list those things out because like University of our motivation letter, they'll tell you the things you want to see. Your CV, the things you want to see.
Surprisingly, on study info, I didn't see that.
No, but you didn't check your university's page.
Exactly. I told you, I was just applying. Like I just tried masters in education. So education. And all the education courses came, and I was choosing the masters. So I was just choosing, applying at the same time. Exactly, because I felt I had options, like I had applied for some, so I'm just doing this as a backup or something, you know. But if I had taken the time to do that, then it would have been
Because I think I would always recommend, apart from the studying, go to the universities and then find those things. Because when I was even applying for
I think that's a good thing.
Apart from studying info, I went to University of Vasa. I went to check the the PhD
Yes.
courses, then
Yeah.
I checked the research groups, and then I even saw the letters. Because usually I realize one thing here is everything is very transparent. On the
Mhm.
internet, everything is there in the
Everything
university's
is there.
website. So even the motivation letter, it gave you like the 4 key things they want to see.
Yeah.
And even with our series, like for academics, you have to have your teaching philosophy as well.
Mm.
So I also had to write the teaching philosophy, pedagogy, and all those things
Mm.
in there. So I think you have to really
Yeah.
move beyond just studying for and also
Yeah,
go into
exactly.
the
Yeah, I didn't know. So
invest the work.
yeah, but you know one thing about Obo is it's not like they are leaving English proficiency out totally.
Mm,
There is something called interview when they pick you up. Yes, you go for an interview,
mhm.
and then during the interview they interact with you and listen to how you speak English, how your command over the language, and after that they make you write a short essay
Mhm.
on Zoom, yeah, like in the chat. Yeah, and then they see how you have command over the language, written and spoken. Yeah, they just want to see how you're able to interact and all those things. And yeah, so that was
Like let me chip in something like Hansen just said.
Mm.
You can't use one day to say I'm going to apply for a school. It's a whole thing that you need to invest your time.
Yeah.
If you don't have so much responsibilities, if you are, let's say, not a
But
family
you
person.
start it early and you bounce
Yes.
and you learn from it.
Yes, because if you want to apply to Finland,
Mhm.
the application opens somewhere January,
Mhm.
and it's only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They open for just 2 weeks. Normally, it's either 2nd or 3rd January.
Mm-hmm.
17th, 8th.
7th.
Yes. First week of normally
Yeah.
it's 2nd, 3rd, or 4th January.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start now.
Yeah.
We are in November. You can start now by end of December or end of November, December. You know the school. Okay, I'm going to apply to Novia for nursing.
Yeah.
I'm applying to VANC for this program or this program. You
Yeah.
know what you're about, so that you're not okay. This scholarship is available. I can
Yeah.
explore.
Mm.
So you cannot just say okay, they open application on the 4th of January. Just pick a laptop. Okay, Finland study info. Let me apply. That one you miss a lot of opportunities.
You miss a
So
lot.
You may be one in a million people to
Yes.
get a spark in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just that one, you have to just start early, gather all your documents, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for the bachelor, normally they don't take recommendation letters.
Yeah.
Because I will speak for those who want to apply for bachelor. They don't take recommendation letters. The one thing you have to get your WhatsApp certificate. Your passport should be ready because you upload your passport and all those necessary documents. Get every document. You go to the school website. You get to know what they require.
Yeah.
So you cannot, if it becomes one overnight thing, you just be in a shower when maybe your application be bounced. And that one, so just start early, gather your documents, everything will be intact.
And I think the fortunate thing is the study info portal is open all year round,
Yes.
even when it's not application time.
You can go.
So you can go in, read, see how much they are charging for school fees if you're not EU student. You see what the courses involved, like everything in there. So I think you can still read a bit and then prepare your things before you even start the application.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what do you wish you knew before applying?
I really can't think about like something that I think I wish like I knew that okay you have to prepare like, you have to like make a schedule like don't just say like I'll be applying like every day, maybe give yourself some specific time because I realized that with time I became so overwhelmed and it was almost like I was going into like depression or something because there were a lot because I had like an Excel sheet so there were a lot of scholarships there and then I'm just looking at what do I do? What do I do? It was I realized like okay I was so overwhelmed maybe because I didn't start early because I was skeptical about the art. So I finally took it like in November. If I would have taken it earlier, maybe August, maybe because I took it in November and then the ones that were closing in December they were already closed.
Yeah.
So everything I was just overwhelmed. So I wish like I knew like okay you can start doing things earlier, prepare ahead. Maybe get the documents like he said, put in the work, get the documents earlier and so like with time, plan like a schedule, maybe just say every day, maybe 1 hour I'm going to take like to check documents or so before like everything is just together. So
But I think the reality is the rejection and things is part of it.
Of
Applying,
course.
once you're doing it to yourself,
Of course.
there's that stress. So maybe we should touch on how did you balance that stress? Because I remember for me at a point, I did about 7 at a go, and I remember I got like bounce for 4. And it was one particular weekend.
Yes.
I got so down. I was like, I'm taking a mental break off it. And I remember my former boss was like, I'm not seeing you applying anymore. I was like, boss, I'm on mental break. And he was like, what do you mean by mental break?
Yes.
So how do you deal with that thing? Because like she was saying, like sometimes it gets to that point where you just feel a bit more tired, a bit more frustrated. It's like when you're doing it by yourself. Like
So with this application thing, I haven't faced so much stress when it comes to these Scandinavians. When I was going to Norway, I applied to 8 schools and I got 7. Then that was right after national service in Ghana. And also when I applied to this Finland thing, but before I got bounced in the US, I got bounced in the Canada, and I yes, I got bounced, and there are sometimes too. One frustrating thing is you apply, you just call someone for recommendation letter. The person will not mind you, then the time will lapse. All those things are part. Easy for.
But for recommendation, I think it's about, sometimes when we are students and we are in school, we don't build connections with our teachers. So you finish and the teacher doesn't know you. And they want them to write letter for you.
For my own, it was that lecturer who gave me recommendation to Norway.
Yeah.
I really called him on normal call, sent him the one he gave me to Norway. That he just changed the date. He said, okay, Isaac, I'll just do it and send it to you. And US, the lecturer need to fill it himself. He doesn't send to you for you to upload. You see, all those things are part. Easy. But when it comes to these Scandinavians, when I talk about Scandinavia, I'm talking about these Finland, Norway,
Denmark,
Sweden, Denmark, and those places. Yes, they don't. Maybe the master's level they take recommendation letters. Some of them.
Master's is recommendation. PhD you need recommendation.
But for those things you can explore. There are certain schools they don't even require recommendation.
But I think the recommendation also applies because they need to know where you're coming from, who has worked from you.
And if really somebody can testify about your competence and those things. Yes. So you can.
And about recommendation, let me check this in. When we are done, let's say thank you to those who do the recommendation for us.
Of course.
Because usually when they are done, when you get your passport and everything is done and you come, nobody says thank you. Thank you, lecturer, thank you, doc. So, I think that we should.
So for bouncing, it's normal. You can apply to the whole year. Maybe you can apply to 10 schools. All of them will bounce you. But that one, you just say that okay, where did I go wrong? What? Some of them they'll just tell you, not that you don't qualify, but maybe they have some people that you do.
100 people and
exactly.
they go.
So you just have to be confident in yourself. But I will get this one. No, I've been bounced this year. And then you shouldn't be so tied that this is where I want to go. Just explore the opportunities. You see, if you can't just say, okay, I want to, but yes, you can be your eyes can be only in the US, which is okay. But as you're applying, you can also explore other countries. That's okay.
I think it's about the opportunity to learn. If your main focus is you want to learn, I think the first thing is find where those courses are
available.
Because, like I was saying, if you want sustainability themed stuff and all education, Finland is one great place. But maybe you don't want that, you want something else. You find which country or which spaces are doing well in it, and then you just broaden your list. I think sometimes we just narrow ourselves too much that, okay, maybe I'm from an English speaking country, let me just focus solely on the US or
Canada,
something, and then. So I think that's something that.
Like I said, I personally will not even advise someone to say I'm choosing this particular place because when I was applying, I think I got rejected for every school in Canada, every single one. Anything that had
something you're not doing well.
Everything that had to do with Canada, I got rejected. I just got accepted in one, but the school fees was so expensive, and then their scholarship was 50%, which is nothing. Because why you give me 30,000, I'm supposed to pay 15. I was come up with that. So I think the rejection part was something that I really got to handle. Sometimes I got 2 in one day, and I was still studying at that point. I still had to do my undergraduate thesis and so. You're trying I'm trying to come up with a report, and then I see, unfortunately.
That's so disheartening. Unfortunately.
So you don't know. Should I continue with the report I'm writing, or should I go and want this one? So it's just something I think you have to brace it. And just okay, what did I not do right?
I think that's the part sometimes we miss. Really sitting down to evaluate what you didn't do right. And sometimes it's hard to see to yourself, unless someone else is. That's why I was saying earlier that if you know someone who was maybe outside or in that school or in that space,
Country, yes.
they can just check for you, like what you are doing right, what
Yes.
you're not doing right. Yeah. I said, well, how did you balance out?
Let me chip in this thing. You know that Finland now, there's something that I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're writing the exam, you need to set a camera,
Mm-hmm.
put it at an angle where they can see
The whole room.
Yeah. Whatever you're doing, even on the table. So yes, Finland, that's what now
Yeah.
the entrance exam.
Yeah.
And they have a way that they can make it a system that they can check if you are using AI in the exam.
Mm.
So in that one, you tell, I've passed, but I don't know what you did wrong. Maybe the camera that you set, they found out that you were doing something on the table. Or if it's somebody,
so that means you're cheating.
Yes, somebody was an angle where that is, you see. So
if you are from a place like Africa, please just go and find a very secure kind of empty room.
Yes.
No one is passing behind your window.
Maybe you can go to a library because you be in the house, someone is shouting your name.
So you set the camera angle, but you might think, okay, you can't cheat them.
No.
Or maybe your computer, they have a way that they can see from their system that you're using AI in the exam.
Yeah.
Though the exam is online exam that you are doing.
Yeah.
But my time, there wasn't anything like camera. You just
Yeah.
open your laptop, you do the exam and those things. It was only the interview part that I spoke about where that one you just open your computer to see who's talking. You see that thing?
I think just don't try to cheat the way
Yeah,
out.
so all those things count. So maybe you did something last year, this year they came, they have 2 friends who wrote the exam. Yes. I think one, he made a mistake, the same thing. When he was writing, I think his computer or something happened. And that one, you log him back, they might think maybe you intentionally did that.
Yeah.
You see that thing?
But I think if you are from our part of the world where internet is not so stable and things, get multiple internet sources. Yeah. Let them know. Because I remember I took one example like that with Microsoft. So that one, you had to scan the room first and then you put it there. And I told them that, see, where I'm coming from, the network is bad. So there's a router, there's also a Wi-Fi as well, just in case something goes wrong.
Currently, I'm in class with one lady from one of our sister countries in West Africa. Yeah. She said that during her time, when it was about writing, she missed the exam because the internet, So she has to wait for an opportunity and write. They have what we call open path in the nursing. Now the open path, they don't come regularly. So they do part of it online before they join the mainstream open path. Yes. Because she missed the main one because she missed the exam because of internet. And she was like, if I knew, I should have gone to internet cafe.
Internet cafe, the people would make noise.
Exactly. That's another thing too.
And they have secured places.
Yeah, so sometimes
it depends on where you're staying.
Some internet cafe, they can give you, if you talk to, they can give you, maybe if it's a larger, they can give you a room. Yeah, they can be there.
Even the room, people can be shouting.
People can be shouting outside. That's the problem.
So all those things you need to set up your mind. Okay, this is what I will do. Okay, the exam, what should I do? Okay, I have this friend who stays at this side. Now I think maybe an estate or a place
travel
which
more
is cool.
Quiet, more calm.
You talk to the person. Oh, maybe Hansen, I want to come to your place to write the exam because my place is internet and those things. And that one, if you want to, like Hansen said, you need to get a good internet so because this one is an online exam. If you log out, by the time you log in, you're gone already. By the time maybe you're working with 1.5 hours. Well, now, they give a lot of questions and those things in the exam. So all those things you need to plan. Like I said, you can't use one day to apply for school outside. Yeah. Yes. So all those things count. So you plan ahead of that. Okay, this, that. But Finland will open application first week of January. I think either 2nd, 3rd, or 4th January.
That's for I think most of the bachelors.
Yes, most of the bachelors and those things.
Yes. So PhD, ours is like February, 2nd February to 28th February, and then August.
Yeah, so you can just start now planning.
15th August to 15th September.
So you can start planning what you want to do. It's not only Finland, you can explore other countries. Sweden, Norway, all have good opportunities. Netherlands, you can explore.
I think,
and Germany too has a lot of good offers there. You can explore all those things.
But I think every country has its own pros and cons.
Yeah.
Because for Germany, most people also look at the fact that you need to get a block account.
Yes.
Which is one obstacle sometimes there for most non-EU citizens.
I even checked Luxembourg.
Luxembourg is one great country. But for Luxembourg, sometimes you need language. because they speak
Yeah.
multiple languages, they speak German, French,
French.
English.
Yeah.
So if
And
you
for
have-
some of us who can speak
If you have two languages, it makes a good something.
Okay.
for us.
They don't teach in language in Luxembourg.
No, they learn with multiple languages. So if you have two more
Yes,
languages,
Like French and English.
or German and French, like you're good
Oh
to
my God,
go.
I'm good.
You become someone who speak only English. You're doomed.
Yeah, like try that. I remember that was one problem I had from that side.
For some of us who speak French, like me,
Yeah, you can.
and Nadine, I applied for Luxembourg as
Yeah.
well. With my French, I wrote this.
I never answered.
Yeah, I went there as well and wrote this exam, so I had a certificate.
Yes, that's investment.
Yeah,
You're multilingual.
yeah, but I don't know. I can't learn Finnish. Maybe it's finishing me or something. Okay, so come back to this.
What you wish you knew about applying?
Yes, no, back to the frustration and
Yeah,
the
finally
unfortunately
bounce.
yeah, the bouncing. Yeah, we all received. You
Mhm.
know, before I applied to come here, that is 2024. Yes, 2023. I did the same thing. Starting with Sweden, and I was on the reserve. All of them was reserve.
Yeah.
Sweden, it was only one I got, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the course. I chose for choosing. But I know, like, I wasn't really prepared. My documents weren't really prepared. Whatever. And then I think I also did some for Finland. And I think it was the same issue about IELTS or something like that. The same thing. So when I was going into the next year, like, yes, I went in prepared with everything that I knew served as a blockade or whatever. I did everything. I took my time. With everything I was feeling, making sure that everything was correct, like, just taking my time. And I didn't write much, like, yeah. And one thing I'll tell people is, I think this year in Obo, one thing we disqualified a lot of our people from our part of the world is people just use ChatGPT and just
Right,
put
motivational
everything and
Put in the work.
So what motivates you? You can't even tell.
And you use ChatGPT to write motivational letter. Like how?
That's what they did.
And
So
I think
when
it's AI is supposed to be assistant.
It's an assistant.
You write something,
Yes.
what you feel it is, and then let it modify for you.
Yes,
Or maybe you
modification.
get like clues, like you can ask
Yeah, like to think
like
for you,
clues,
ideas,
yes,
and
and
you
then
use to
you write
write.
it
It is
yourself.
used to generate idea, leverage on the ideas, to
Yeah.
create something for yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have certain things that you're expressing, but you can't express it better in English. Okay, this is what I'm good at, and this what how do I rephrase this to like suit, and then to tell you the word, this is what it means, or this is what you have to write, and you are good to go. But to use it for like everything,
No.
I think that's a shortcut.
and it was bad.
It's a
you
quick-
know?
And I think like in Finland they have like high AI
check.
high
Mm.
AI.
Because whenever you use
detector.
AI, you have to disclose. If you don't disclose the use of AI, you've already cheated or like.
It's really high here in Finland. That's one thing I realized. Like they have like high AI detector plagiarism, and then people will say like, "Oh, I'll use it and then I'll change
Humanize.
it to humanize." They are still going to be able to.
Before you think they are taught.
Forget about humanizers. They can check the original. And then this society is built on trust.
On trust.
Everything
Your
here
word
is
is
trust.
Trust.
I've gone to different parts of Finland where S markets.
Mm-hmm.
When you buy something and you have the self checkout.
Yeah.
You don't scan. Certain places don't have the scan.
Really?
I'm telling you.
So what do they do?
You just keep that out.
Let me tell you what you do. After you pick your stuff, all right, you just go to the self check, pin. So even if you have 10 things and you decide to put in only 3 things, you can go.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
god!
telling you.
You mean the self service?
Yeah,
Yeah.
self-service.
You just scan and pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like here in Basa, the
There's like,
self, you have to pick your receipt
You
and scan the
yes,
receipt.
where you
And
are.
this I'm talking about, you don't scan
Okay, you
receipts.
just leave.
It is open.
Yeah, but over here, I think that's one thing. I was also a bit shocked about it.
It
Like,
is open.
you go to a place and then there's a student discount. You tell the person, I'm a student, and then you automatically get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even check, like, let me see your student ID or your front
Yeah.
app or something. So I think over here is true.
Yeah. So
And
the
once
trust,
you break that trust,
the,
comes so
the
high.
moment you break their trust, then you break everything.
Yeah.
So trust is very important. If
So
they
be
say
honest.
write motivation, write this for us. Make
Be
sure,
honest.
even if write it anyhow, but let it be your own words.
Yeah.
And then pour out your heart. What's yes. So that is it. That's basically it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now moving here. At least we're talking a bit about academics and all those things, but moving here. how did you prepare, like, the accommodation? Yeah, I had my own fair share of accommodation, but I eventually almost cried.
I think before you ask about accommodation, let me put this in here. I didn't find this on any video that I watched on YouTube. That as like a Ghanaian who has gotten admission to Finland, what are the things you need to do from Ghana?
Yeah.
You know that,
Getting your visa and all those ones.
it was something. You know, before I started thinking about accommodation, like that's what I was thinking of. How do I do this?
Yeah.
And I have no idea. You know, I thought that there was an embassy in Ghana that you just go and then. I never knew all these things. I was watching.
The entire West Africa has to go to Nigeria.
Nigeria.
I think maybe let's go to that part before we go to the movie, because I think after your application and all those things,
when you get
you have to
admission,
wait for some time, then you get your admission. But I think as you're waiting for the admission, there are some things you have to put in place, like prepare yourself financially, because no matter what, you have to do visa, you have to do permits, and it depends, because if you're coming before, how do I put it? I did a visa before I got the permits, because I wanted to come before my permit starts. So I think you still have to prepare yourself emotionally, psychologically, financially, and then your items that you have to travel with. But I think I don't know how your school is, but for my school, when I got my admission for the PhD stuff, the admission letter came with a full detail about accommodation I'm supposed to apply to VUAS. When I come, like on arrival, even on University of VASA's website, there's on arrival. So for students, they tell you what you're supposed to do on arrival when you're coming, like getting your permit and stuff. So they show you a link to Migrate. So I was able to really apply in the Migrate portal, like for the embassy stuff. But then the reality is, for all of us in West Africa, we had to go to VFS in Abuja, in Nigeria. And either you're going by road, which is so many hours, or you're flying, which is so many hours as well. And when you go there, I think the process is different for everyone. Because I think maybe you can share your experience as a master's, like how it was for you. Because for me as a PhD, it's more of how do I put it? It's more of a work kind of thing. So we don't spend so much time there. Because for me, all that mattered was everything in my application, in the Migrate portal, like proof of matches what I have, the documents. So I only sent the documents there, then they checked it, then they were like, oh, that's all, there's nothing more. Because I didn't even know, so I didn't even do a round ticket. I just did one-way tickets there, because I was not sure when I was going to finish, when I was going to leave Abuja. But I went there and I realized that for us, it's a bit easy for us as doctoral students. You just take your documents, whatever you used in your application, in the school, and then in the migration portal. So every document there, plus police. I think you didn't even need police. No, like China and those ones you need. But then I just had to make sure all those documents were there. Then I sent the passport as well. What helped me was when I was going, I sent my Ghana card as well, because I flew in with my passport, and the passport was taken because they had to stamp. Because I was applying for a visa D to be able to come before time, because my study right was in August, but then the PhD work permit was going to start on September. And I started work on 2nd September. I can't come 2nd September and go to work. It won't work. So I had to come a bit early, because relative to us, before you come, like when you come, certainly in municipality and all those bank and police and things, it takes some time. So I had to go and do the visa D, which is a bit, you pay a bit more, but at the end of the day, that gives you at least 180 days entry. Before
now it's 100 days.
Now it's 100 days. Yes, but my time things are changing. So I think that was it. And when I went to Nigeria, I remember when I was done, I had to come back. Then I came with a Ghana card because the passport was there. But they still gave me a paper that had my passport info and then stamp and things that show that they were processing my passport. But I think the challenge was like going to Nigeria, the VFS. I think the challenge was like information, because I had paid the visa and everything online. I got there and I still had to pay money there. And the annoying part is my card was not even working. I have a visa card and I can't even use it in Ghana. I go to Nigeria, I can't use it to withdraw money. I had to, fortunately for me, I went to some USD. So we had to go to black market, and then that one too, they were like, they can do transfer. Fortunately, I was working with a Nigerian. So you had to transfer the money from their bank to the person's phone.
Mhm.
We went to find POS. POS also do their charges before we could get the money.
Yeah. So
Then we
before you go
went
to
there, then we went to
Nigeria-
make the payment
Mhm.
before they could finish. And I was asking them, so why didn't you put everything there?
Yeah.
We've paid for visa and all those things
Online. When you get to
With
Nigeria,
MasterCard. Why do you come here and you can't do that?
exactly. And then one thing you have to know, if you go to Nigeria or you get to around where the VFS is, you have to take a picture.
Well, I
took
took my picture in Ghana violence.
and it was accepted,
Was
right?
accepted.
Okay. But I think that one of the best things to do is to take it there. Yeah, so that's one thing people should know, that when you get your admission and you do your application on the portal, that's Migri,
Maybe.
you also have to get VFS.
So I think over there is
Nigeria.
Migri.fee.
Yeah.
Then you just do all the application.
Then after that, you have to go to the portal of VFS.
Yeah.
Abuja.
Yes, VFS. And I think VFS,
then
the hard part is on booking, making
Oh
reservation.
my God.
Because I realized that was what slowed me down. I had done my degree and I couldn't find
Easy.
slot reservation.
Yeah.
And when you call them, sometimes it's even more annoying.
No.
It will take you to South Africa, take you to whatever
Yeah.
before it takes you to Nigeria.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think-
how it is.
And then when I went to Nigeria, I remember some people were smart. I don't know if it was smart. Because I remember there were some people who told me they actually booked reservation before they finished applying in Migri.
Okay.
Just
And
to
we
save
didn't
some
know
time.
that,
We didn't also know.
Yeah. So I think that's one thing you should know, that when you get admission, you have to apply to Migri and then to VFS
Yeah.
Abuja.
Yeah.
And then remember, when you go to VFS, so you need to.
And it's not at the embassy. I think people have to check the information. I don't know whether it will change in the future,
Okay.
but for us in Ghana and Co, it's because we have consulates. The only embassy we have in West Africa for the Finnish embassy is in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And the visa for school and those ones is not done at the embassy. It was done at the VFS office.
VFS.
Because I have some friends who went to, I think me myself, I even went to the embassy first.
So let me check this out.
Then I was directed.
The VFS is like an agency working on behalf of the
The
embassy.
embassy, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So for example, the case of Norway they have an embassy in Ghana, all right.
Yeah.
But you still go to VFS Ghana.
Yeah.
You submit your documents, and they will transport or transfer it to the Norwegian embassy.
Yeah.
But for Finland, they don't have any embassy in Ghana.
No, just a consulate.
And then you have to also go to Nigeria for the VFS
Yes.
That's what I'm
thing.
Yeah.
You see that thing?
So-
So that's the.
So the simple steps is that we have embassy, consulate. The only thing you need to know is that for now, you have to apply to Migri,
Migri.fee.
apply to VFS Abuja
Yeah.
Yes.
to book your slot and pay your money.
Yes.
When you get to the, if you're going to Nigeria it's either by road or by air. I did by road.
By road, I think
short.
you have to make sure you find a good transport system.
Yes. I use
Over
my
circle,
motor,
over
so
circle,
good, yeah.
call-
But our
Check the
advice,
prices and
our
stuff.
advice, you just invest and take flight.
Okay.
It's not even looking at
There's not-
afford the flight.
But I mean, for the road trip, not to go to that side, but in quotes, it's a
The
bit
safety
scary.
and
Your
the-
safety is very important. There are a lot of these wranglings, internal this thing going on in West Africa. Going from Ghana to Nigeria, we pass through a lot of
A lot of,
through
yeah.
the border.
Yeah, but then I think it's also good if you're going by road. Just go with a trusted. There are some transport
Yeah, a lot of
services who
trusted
are
ones.
trusted.
Yeah.
They've been doing it all the time.
Yeah.
Because in
Yeah,
Ghana,
yeah,
most of them
offices.
go good time. Like they
Yeah.
leave 4 a.m. and get there in the
Exactly how we
daytime,
did.
not in the night.
Yeah, because you don't know.
But you know one good thing about road trip?
You see other places.
That's one.
And you make the
two,
stops.
and two, you have your passport stamp. You have a lot of stamps in your passport.
Yeah.
Like a lot. When you get to Togo.
And that will finish your book early. Because when you come to here, you use your
No,
passport.
they use only 2 pages. In one and out one. It's
Okay.
good.
I think they stamp all those places. Yeah.
They stamp
Yeah.
just one.
Okay.
Like 1 page for in, 1 page for
Okay.
out. Just
Okay.
that. Yes, so you use it a lot. And it's good.
That's a travel experience. Though.
Exactly.
Well, I didn't
It gives
really
you-
need to know
I
that.
didn't think about that initially, but when I came back, I was like, oh my god, I have so many things.
They've used your space. When your passport, when you finish it, you have to go for
No,
a
I
new
can
one.
still apply. Applying for passport shouldn't be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but
that
I think
is
if
the
you're
basic
flying,
information.
if you're flying to, I think, whether you're flying or by road, I think you should have multiple national IDs. Like, because for me, what helped me was my Ghana card when I was coming back to Ghana.
Yeah.
Because my passport was there, and I needed something,
You should have your Ghana
Yeah.
card with you.
so it helps. I don't know, Cameroon, you guys have multiple IDs, or?
Yeah, we have like a national ID. So
Yes.
Almost every country has a national ID.
Yes, I think that also matters.
So I think, this is what I wanted to talk about. That, yeah, I didn't know about that. I was just like, I told her I was doing everything in my own space.
And if
How
you're
do
going
I
by
do
road, it
this?
takes more days. So you have to also book one day somewhere you can sleep.
Mhm.
So I think that's what matters.
So the good
Like-
thing, all these things that you are saying, everything is about. After getting the admission, the important thing is information and communication.
Yeah.
And if you go to even Facebook, you go to Facebook, you search for maybe where your school is, either Vasa, Toruko, or wherever. At least, even if you're from Nigeria, you can get a Nigerian that you can talk to. If you're from Ghana, at least you might see someone.
Yes, now we'll come back to it because I think my first friend I made here was and it was Facebook.
Yes.
It was Facebook we met.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or and something is, even though other one, just contact your school.
Yeah.
Your school can give you a lot of information.
Yeah, the admissions.
Oh, your
but
admission
sometimes
school.
it's hard for them because the things we go through versus
they can give you the exact information.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they can guide you through. For example, for accommodation, when I contacted Novia, the student office, and they gave me a lot of links, applied it. A lot of time I was not getting. So I spoke to them and they were like, okay, now this is what they can do. So the best thing is, even if you don't get anyone from your country that you can contact, just get in touch with your school.
Yeah. They normally have
because they have a lot of information about
international.
Yes,
Yes, we also have
coordinators
international students.
Yeah.
and those coordinators have a lot of experience in this because they've been doing it for over a lot of time.
Yeah.
So they have the experience to guide you through.
Yeah.
Because if you just go your own way, you might end up just worrying yourself on a little thing that you can get assistance to do, which is.
Yeah. But maybe I can also share his experience at Abuja. Do you use VFS?
Yeah, but I wasn't in Cameroon when I was applying for
She
my
was in
visa.
So you can maybe share that experience as well, but maybe you can also share yours.
Yeah.
Because I think your process will be a bit different from mine. I've heard some people do interview and all those ones.
Yeah, the same thing.
I heard some people do interview, but we don't really do it.
Maybe
They go in, they check.
Masters, I think it's bachelors.
It's bachelors.
Yeah, bachelors do interview.
And there's always a queue there.
Yeah.
So you have to go in with time.
In Nigeria.
Masters.
If they give me 8 o'clock, there are about 50 people also 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay, I didn't apply for
So
it.
there's a
So I
whole
can't
queue.
talk
Yeah,
about
they,
it.
yes. So
There's a
yours
whole
is
queue.
different. But with the masters, I think, you just go straight to do your biometrics and submit your and pay the other money.
That's the money. That's where my problem is.
You have to pay another one there.
You pay something else there.
Yes.
That one is there.
So if you don't have a lot
And if
of
you have
money,
printing, you do it before you go.
Half of
Photocopies,
those
do it
things.
before you
Same
go.
as
Else you're going to pay so much at the front there, and everybody will be like, "Have you printed this?" They can even get you confused. That's the thing.
It's the same as VFS Ghana. If you go, you still have to pay something over there.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know
all the
why they-
VFS.
Yeah.
I don't know why they
Online
don't.
is different.
I don't know. They
from
don't let you
VFS
pay
now.
everything. You can't.
But I think if they can do something about it, like get a MasterCard or Visa card machine,
Then you can pay.
you can pay with your card. It makes it better for
Because you have to go out there, they withdraw the money and bring cash.
yeah.
Which is not
I
fair.
think that was when I was applying for Malta. The same thing. I think I paid online. When I got there, I paid something else.
Yeah.
I don't know what is happening, but
Yeah.
that's one thing people should know about the VFS.
Yeah. But how was your experience at the VFS?
Oh, it was smooth. So yeah, it's just that it kept a bit long because I was doing. Oh, you can go. You know, I think I was number 3. I allowed someone to go. I went to like number 40 something, and as I was about to get there, someone had to go for interview at the embassy, bachelor students, and then come. So I still had to make him come. But I think it was fine. It was just the money paying bits there that was a bit surprising.
So if you don't go prepared,
so you have to
really.
go. I think that's the main. But
And I don't really recommend someone carrying so much money from Ghana to Nigeria. It's risky, even traveling with money like that. So I think the best is keep some USD or something. When you go, you can
Just
change
that's the best.
to Naira there, or if you have more or something, just change to it.
Whatever. Yeah, that's the best. I think. Yeah. So basically, that was it.
Oh my
Yes. How was your VFS experience?
Like you guys are talking about money, I really can't relate because like India
You
and
didn't
the
do that.
VFS you can pay with card, cash, anything, mobile
that's
pay,
more.
anything. So I even didn't pay my visa online because I was skeptical like I don't know if this thing is trustworthy, and it was about 47,000 rupees thereabout I think. So and the only extra I paid was for like logistics because I didn't want to go back to VFS to collect the residence permit. So
Yeah, we also did same. I paid for DHL, then they sent my passport when we were done to Ghana. So that one, I think it was within a week. So for the PhD one, it was very fast. But I know for the students one, sometimes 2 months, 1 month, people are still waiting for their passports. To get
And I
back
think
to them.
the money we pay in VFS is part of it.
No, they did some extra charge before they did the DHL charge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They did the extra charge before the DHL charge.
Yeah, it's part of
But the DHL was a bit better for me because at least I didn't want to come back to Nigeria.
No,
it was
all
too
of us.
stressful. It was too stressful going like.
No.
And then when you go finding accommodation which is secured, like eating is not so bad because at least the
Eating
Ghana
was
city,
fine.
Nigeria city, the price is okay. Like if you have some Ghana
it's not
cities,
that bad.
you can have some nice meals to eat. But I think accommodation, you get a bit worried because if you don't go and stay in a safe zone, they know you are an outsider, a foreigner. It becomes a bit kind of funny at times. Yes.
But it was a good experience.
Yeah.
The whole Nigeria, I think I stayed in.
And you get to make nice friends also at VFS.
Yeah.
But I think you should also be careful what you listen to over there.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you go and some people are scaring you that
Yeah.
like you need to get this, if you get this, if you don't get this won't work.
Well, I think like make friends, but don't even like discuss like stuff. Maybe just talk about like, oh, what are you going to study there or something like that. Because I think in India is maybe also the only one in Asia because there I met people from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and others, and they were like, we had to come in because we don't have VFS. So I think for those in Asia, India is like the center where
Nigeria to West Africa.
Nigeria to West Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, that's only the case of Asia. Only India.
Then you also go get it.
Yeah.
I think our friends from these countries that she's talking about, they all went to India as well. So yeah.
But I think for VFS, like just be careful. I think the main struggle is finding, because I was even struggling finding the reservation place, like where you can just even do the booking. That was something else for me too. Because you make the payments and stuff, but when you're done booking for the booking, it's another trouble. Yes, it's another trouble.
So I think like when I was doing my booking, they were like, unfortunately, there are no slots
for that month.
For the next, no, mine was like 3 months. So I was like, so when I saw it, I was like, okay. But I think like I don't know what happens to the VFS in India, but
when someone cancels,
they send you like a message like, unfortunately. Then in the evening, you receive like, oh, we have slots available. So for me, I just say like, if they send you unfortunately, don't worry, just sleep.
But you see, one thing I need to chip in as well is, with the Ghanaian one, when I was doing mine, I think I did the first booking and I got a date. And then I paid. And I thought everything was fine. But I didn't receive any like email confirming that I have booked so and so. I was like, what is happening? No email, nothing. And I was still there. And I asked her this and they told me that the moment you are done, they send you an email, then you print. I didn't get mine. So I was just there. And the money too was paid. And I wasn't the only one that happened to. So I had to wait. I waited, and I noticed I was always visiting VFS to know what is happening, like the websites. And then I saw that a nearer date had been like, it's vacant. So quickly I applied for that one, paid additional money. Then later on I sent them an email that I paid this, I didn't get, then they said, oh, refund. There's a refund, whatever there.
Yeah.
So you can, the money that you paid, the receipts, like you can, and then get it. And then was refunded.
And I think sometimes if there's anything, you have to call as well. Because I remember I called, at a point I wanted to hasten it up because I applied in Migri first before I found the VFS slot. So like maybe once they were just waiting for me to go to VFS, then I'm able to like get the permit. And then I was not getting slots. And Migri was just giving me pressure. Like we're waiting for you to go and do your biometrics. And I was just trying to, I remember I was calling. It takes a bit of money because when you call, it's more than the normal call charges. They'll take you to there, you go and select which country you are, they'll push you to there and all those things. But I think it was helpful because finally I got reached to the Nigerian team and then they kind of gave me some information as well. So I think if you find yourself stuck, but if you're going there, please go with some money.
I think like mine was email. I think I was just emailing.
In Africa, you do emails alone. Sometimes they don't mind you. Like you have to call.
Okay, maybe just India, just email.
Yeah, but from our side,
you do like even though it's like an Indian number, you do like calls and it just says like, oh, we are going to get back to you. They start playing like one annoying song and it takes
It's fine. Yeah, I think you were asking about the accommodation, right?
The accommodation matters.
Yeah. At what time did I even apply? I think when was it before VFS or something? I think when I was done with Migri. Yes, and I hadn't gone to VFS yet, and I did my application because it's a queue, so you have to apply a bit early.
Well, I think with this application housing thing, I have this particular take on it that first and foremost, be a bit sure of when you are coming. Because when you apply early, you get it so early.
Yes.
I applied in May and by June I was given accommodation.
Yes.
And my BFS was like July. How do I start paying June, July, August? Meanwhile, I don't even know how long it's going to take.
That's true.
So sometimes it's a bit like, because I have a friend who, she got admission this year, she's not even yet in, she's coming like December because her application, her permit and things were delayed. So she just been paying till now. That's a bit expensive at times. And sometimes, so I feel like if you're not too sure you can come that early, don't apply too early.
Don't, yeah.
Maybe apply like June, July or something.
But one thing is, you apply June, July too, you'll be in back of the queue. You
won't get.
Yeah, this application is like first come first serve thing. This I'm talking about the student accommodation one.
Yeah, student accommodation.
Yeah, for example, in Versailles, the VOAS one. We have VOAS and Lacan. The earlier you apply, the earlier you get your offer.
Yeah.
And like you said, you are going to maybe migrate. But the thing is, you have to put somewhere you come in, say September. Our advice is, what I can advise is, when you're applying to the VOAS, when they ask you when do you need the accommodation, use September.
Yeah, use September.
Because the school will start somewhere ending of August.
Yeah.
The earliest will be around maybe middle of August, getting to the end. Mostly.
Yeah.
So you can choose September 1st for the but then I'm sure you might have gotten your permit.
Yeah.
If you not gotten your permit, that one it won't be like they'll give you offer in June or July.
Yeah.
Then you start paying till September.
Yeah. I think that's where most of the problem is for most internationals. Because you apply early, you get the accommodation early. Your permit, you've not even gone for VFS, and then your permit delays, and then you are just paying euros, burning the cash, and then you go and reject it, and you are doomed. Because once you reject,
that's
like you are done.
Yeah, because I did too. I did one with VOAS, and I got a VOAS. I didn't know about this strategy. So I was thinking I was going to come in somewhere in July. So I put a date in July. And I got one even in June.
If you apply in May, I tell you by June you got it.
And I got it in June.
The issue is school vacates around May. And in May, most people stay here, travel outside other places to go and work. So they have a lot of vacant rooms.
Yeah.
So in June they start giving offers.
Yeah.
So if you put June, they'll give you June. But I think if you put around September, I think that one is a bit okay. If you put July, I think if you come here in July, there's not so much you're going to do here. You're just going to here maybe spending your money, or unless maybe you want to come here and experience a place, settle in before your school starts somewhere August, September.
Yeah.
You see, because when they give offer in June, you pay June, July, August. You come around September.
Security deposit.
You pay deposit. So the thing is, if you pay 3 months, you're paying almost €1,000, 1,000 euros once you are not here.
Yeah.
Yes. And but one thing to it, their offers, mostly they give you 1 month ahead for that one.
1 month ahead.
Even if you want to come in September, they can give you offer in August.
Yeah.
That one you have to pay.
Yeah.
That's mostly that's what they do.
Yeah.
So and applying late to very difficult to get. If you apply late, the earliest you can get is somewhere December, January.
Yeah.
So it has its own advantage and disadvantage. But our advice, if you want to come, you come September, because that's when your school starts. So you come September. Even if your offer starts in 1st September, probably the last 3 days you can get someone you can settle with, and you move in September, which is okay. Because
the reality to it, even though you're not here, you can't sublease it technically.
No,
it's illegal.
If you are not
here. They won't even want to sublease. It'll be like it's in your name, it's your contract, and there's no one staying there and all those things. So I think you just have to be very careful with the student application.
Right.
As much as realities, when you apply and you get, if you bounce forever. That is the thing. And I think that's one thing that shocked me when I was coming here. Like when like things give their word, is their word.
Yeah.
Because in Africa, when someone tells you that if I give you this contract and you don't accept it, that is all. You're going back into the queue till everyone else is like sorted. It feels like it's a bluff or something. But over here, once they say that, they really mean it. You are going to go back into the queue till it's actually your turn. So I think that's one thing that from our side, you just need to be a bit more careful.
I think with my second one, that's the one I had in Lakan. I think I was given July, so I sent a message to them that July is not possible, but I'll rather come in August.
Okay.
So they told me that okay, accepted.
Okay.
So yeah, they are pushing it to August, but I should pay the security deposit.
Yeah. That shows that you're
So
committed to it.
When I paid, they shifted it to August.
Yeah.
I even have people who have to negotiate with them that maybe I'm not coming first week of August. I'm coming maybe third week for me to pay the whole thing. And they actually reduce.
I think that is a bit more flexible there. Maybe because the numbers may not be so much like VOAS stakes. Because everybody goes to what VOAS. Well, VOAS is for Vasa, the student housing in Vasa. Yes, but I think that is where the pressure is.
And Lakan is principally for
the
Obo Academies, the main.
Because I think Lakan is
before
Swedish.
So before
the
they
Swedish students.
consider other.
Yeah.
So most of the people in Lakan Obo Academy. Yeah. So
yeah. But I think for accommodation, one thing I also say is if you are struggling, because I remember when I bounced the last one, I was really hot. My next option was Facebook. Go to Facebook. There's a lot of Facebook places like rooms accommodation in Finland, Vasa apartment, something.
Apartment for rent.
We'll put it in the link there, but I think Facebook is your next resort.
Yeah.
Because I remember I went to Facebook, one of the Vasa platforms, and then I was asking about it. And that was when I messaged me that, you are Ghanaian and you're struggling with accommodation stuff. Then we became friends from there. And I think it was also helpful because I remember before I even get to food and all those things, like I remember when I was coming, packing and things, I used to ask him like, what can I get here? And he showed me the markets online. I could check and see what to bring and all those things. So I feel if you're hitting the wall, Facebook is also one place you can go. But you need to be careful because people have been exploited on Facebook.
Yeah.
People have gone for some private accommodation. It doesn't exist. They take your money and then that's all.
The thing is, you don't pay money to anyone on Facebook.
No.
The best thing I can advise is
come see yourself.
Book an Airbnb and then you come see.
Even not even Airbnb. Definitely, if you're a guy or a lady, you can get a Ghanaian. If you're a Nigerian, at least you might meet a Nigerian on Facebook or somewhere that you can at least someone can help you for 2 or 3 nights.
Yeah.
When you come, before you can, the person who wants to give you the offer, you pay to the person.
Or you can also reach out to the church or a mosque. Because I realized one thing that is also working now. Like if you are coming to Finland, like a church or a mosque, just look for the churches and mosques and stuff. Reach out to them that you are coming in, you need help. That was a help.
The churches really help.
Yes, that was
because for me, I just went online with paying my security deposit because I was like, I told my bank and you were talking about certain charges.
Yeah, Swift transfer.
So I went
online about that.
And typed Church of Pentecost Vasa.
Yeah.
And then it just came up.
Yeah.
And I just went there, called the number and spoke to Elder.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I should stay online. Then he connected me to Daniel.
Yeah.
And it was so simple. I think around the same time.
Yeah.
So helpful. It was peaceful.
So I think for me, I remember when I bounced it, I think what helped me was that's when I met my godfather here because I saw him. He was I think I was checking rental apartments and I was checking everywhere. Like I was applying everywhere because at that point it was a do and die affair. My permit is in, my everything is in. What's it saying? They are putting me back into the queue, and like I was just frustrated. So I saw him. He was renting out his apartment, and I checked on him on Facebook, and I realized he was Ghanaian. I realized like he had gone to University of Vasa before. He had gone to Accra Academy. I just messaged him. I was like, "See, this is a sister from Ghana. I'm so frustrated. I'm so stranded. I need help." And that really helped me. And I think one thing you also need to be a bit open-minded on with accommodation is sometimes. So when I came, like I was renting out a room in an apartment. So it wasn't like my own apartment fully. I was just renting out a room in there. Those are things that you have to be open-minded for. Because back home in Africa, it's not like that.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Back home in Africa, it's not like that. And over here, sometimes some of the apartments may be mixed. Males, females. It's not like that's where you're coming from. So I think when it comes to accommodation, you should also be a bit more open-minded because that also kind of helped me cushion like when I came. Because at least I didn't have to now struggle getting a bed, getting this, getting that, because it was pretty much finished. So I was just renting out that space. So that also kind of helps. Like there's the student accommodation, which is like the cheapest and the best for students.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't work out, like you look out for the private, maybe on Facebook and things. But be very careful. No one like defrauds you, and be very careful. Like, and I think over here, one thing you can always do is accommodation. Have a look at it. So when you come, you have a look at it, or you let them do some
video for you.
Have a look at it most importantly, and then you can also reach out to other people on Facebook. Like it really helps a lot. Yeah. You have anything to start on your housing?
With the housing thing, for me, when I was coming, I didn't get voice in the initial stages. So got to time. The only thing I could is get a private apartment, which is a bit expensive. And you know that apartment, because the person knows people don't stay for, so the offer they give you is 1 year. You can the minimum you can stay is 1 year.
1 year. So pay security deposit.
The security deposit is one month deposit. Yes. So when I lived there September, because I came here 3rd September. So September. By that time I was still persistent with voice to give me an offer. So September, October, November, I stayed there. And voice gave me an offer in January. No, they gave me December, and I told them that December I was traveling because I wanted to go back to Ghana that time. Because I left Ghana for 3 years. So I wanted to go back home. So I told them no, I can move. I want an offer from January. Yes. So in January, so I told that woman where I was staying in the private apartment that I can't. I'm moving from Vasa to another city. So I have to leave. And she was like, unless I bring someone in
to replace
me. Cool.
So what she was trying to say is, before I get there, but I weighed the options. Staying there for 1 year,
it's expensive.
Paying that amount and moving to Voice and forfeiting that 1 month deposit was like, I made the demand and supply. I was like, no, if I don't get anyone, I move, it's better. So I have to move from that place. And that December, I was leaving Finland on 15th, and I'll return on January 15th. So that 2 weeks, I stayed with a friend. Yes, for that 2 weeks, and then I left. And the voice gave me an offer from January, which I think is good. So most of the private ones too, because they know it's expensive, you don't stay there.
I think it's not like because it's expensive. Legally here, for the private accommodation,
that's right.
For a year,
that's
you
right.
have to pay the security deposit. If you forfeit or if you go before a year,
they take it down. But okay, I'm not saying yes, because that one's private. The student one is moderate for students.
The student one is moderate for students.
So, but what I'm saying
is, even for the student one, if you have to leave, you give 1 month
notice. 1 month prior notice.
If not, that one
so I told the woman I have to leave and those things, and then she was like, I have to get someone. I was like, I even suggested that if I'm not getting anyone, the best I can do is I just leave the deposit for them because I didn't want to.
She's not going to tell you what.
But I don't want to enter into a banter with them because they can use legality that you sign a contract for 1 year. You can either you pay all the remaining ones and you leave. So I don't want to go to that legality as well. So I was like, I have to leave. So then I can leave the deposit because I'm not getting anyone to replace me. So I did that one. Yes, he agreed. Then I left. So I moved to this student apartment where I'm staying now, the worst one, which is quite okay, a bit moderate as a student. Because this private apartment, if you are not really working and you are staying in private apartment, a bit difficult. It's expensive and those things.
Because the cost in the private apartment sometimes a bit more. Like you may have to pay your own housing, insurance, water, lights. So that makes it a bit more.
And one thing that the resident permit application, the voice, if you know you will come, if you got your admission, let's say you got your admission in April or May or somewhere, just start your
residence permit
application. So that one, if you get this one earlier, you know when you are coming.
Yes.
And that one you can press on the voice or any housing that's in the place. You press on them, then you can get an offer at earlier time. But if not, sometimes people wait till maybe July. It's also all about the money availability, the finances availability. Because
and that's something we're going to touch on as well, the financing part.